How did you look at the contest? Kirti Azag obviously is also a high-profile candidate. How did you look at it coming into
See,
it?
what happens is that, let's be very clear. Over here, it's a structure where people want work, people want deliverables, people want a certain plan to be put in play for how to improve the cricketing ecosystem in the city. And right now, the voters have seen what we've done for the last 3 years, and they've given, it seems delicate that they're going to give us another opportunity to serve them. Having selective criticism only with the intent of contesting elections doesn't fly. Organizations don't become good or bad within the preceding 30 days of an election. For 3 years there was nothing wrong, but all of a sudden everything is wrong. It doesn't work like that. Everyone understands what's true and what's not. Like for a member, when they come to a stadium, when they came earlier on and when they came for the World Cup and they're on, and you see the change in the ecosystem. As journalists, you would have seen it every day. So it's something, lies can only be sold to a certain degree. You can't consistently sell lies, right?
Any extra thing happening as members, are they going to get something extra from the premises, in clubhouse plan, anything which is the members?
So what we are doing is we're planning a new clubhouse within the stadium, which will have not just members facilities but other indoor cricketing facilities, press joints, other recreational areas that are required for cricketing and members facilities. Barring that, something interesting that we're doing is we're going to plan a new cricket stadium now. So we're already in talks for a new parcel of land. If we are successful in that, then hopefully sooner we'll be able to get a new international cricket stadium in the city. So with that, that's going to have exceptional quality arrangements, members, cricketing infrastructure. It's going to be next level of what the city requires now.
So there was, okay. So a few years back, I think 18 years ago, when your father was in charge, there was also talk about a new stadium. Is that the same parcel of land we are talking about?
No, so at that point of time there was a land bank on the Yamuna river, which was actually when President Kalam was the Rashtrapati. He had a project where they wanted a cricket stadium, a football stadium and a science museum. There were 3 adjacent identifications, but I think there were some NGT problems that came around. So this is not the same. There are works around a few parcels across the city. Some assessments are being done by the authorities, and based on those, a call will be taken on how to go about this.
And what all areas have you recognized for the stadium?
That's not. We are in touch with the government authorities. It's a process that's ongoing, so you'll get notified once it's done.
So what happens to Arun Jaitley Stadium then? Will it stop hosting international games?
See, we are still. See, we're jumping the gun there. I think this venue will still continue to host games, international games, domestic games. But what we are talking is like today, you're planning on something as a result which has not even been initiated. So today we are in the very nascent stage of even ideas first, the land, then what is it that you need, then the whole process of execution, completion, then what happens. Like we're talking couple of years from now. So
But how many years would it take to complete a stadium of that magnitude?
not more than 3.
So in this 10 year, we might see a new stadium in your.
Or at least you'll see the superstructure come up if I'm able to get the land. See, the idea is not. See, those days are gone where you plan and improvise in the process of construction. You get the land, you plan everything, and it's executed in one go. You can't say that, oh, this is not nice, please redo it. It's just over expensive. That's not how it's done.
Ranji Trophy, Delhi hasn't reached a final, I think, since 2017-18.
See, we've been over the last few years working around reducing the age of the team. We were actually in a point where we'd inherited a player pool which was much older than the average across the board. We've now over the years reduced the age. We've made sure that the youngsters are getting more talent, more exposure and games. So we've now, for the last 2 seasons, consistently been performing across the T20 format. Across the red ball, we are now much better placed than what we were last season or the season before that. So we're seeing an upward movement because we're actually a work in progress zone of a team.
And your opponent, Kirti Azad, was talking about one of the points in his manifesto was that he planned to open academies in each of the 9 districts.
What has happened is, I saw his manifest, which actually came out a day after our manifest came out. I saw his team, which got announced a day after our panel got announced. So I saw a lot of rip-offs from our manifest. Now, whether we talk about transferring of membership of senior members of the association who are not in a condition where, let's say, they want to transfer it to a kin or a family member, that was there. There was a concept of high performance centers which we've been working on for the last 2 years for purposes of we had high performance groups last 2 seasons at Bharat Nagar and Pritampura. We've had those on the ground. And when we see those on the ground, we ended up seeing the result that came out from this, and seeing that we decided we should do around 5 to 7 high performance centers across the city, which should be something between the state probables and your clubs and academies on the grassroots. So the best talent should be identified by the scouts, and it should be brought up and trained 12 months in a common pool of a certain of players who meet a certain threshold eligibility criteria, to put it clearly. Now you say, oh, this is what should be done. So there's not much that can be done. There's only a few limited things, but these are things that have been there since day one on our agenda.
Right. No, he talked about the academies in each of the 9 districts where the trainees wouldn't be paying anything. There'll be specialized physios. Do you plan to do anything of that sort?
That is what high performance centers are. They are controlled by state coaches. You've got BCCI certified coaches. You've got physios, trainers. That's what everything is at the high performance centers, at the high performance group for 2 years. If you follow the data, that is exactly what was done at the 2 centers.
Right.
Just to clarify, ramping up the infrastructure seems to be a big part of what you want to do. So there will be ramping up of the infrastructure here as well, along with a new stadium.
The ramping up of infrastructure here has already been done. So we're about 80% already through with the other ramp ups. We've had a few complaints about accessibility of differently able persons with visual, audio, physical, multiple needs. So we're now making every place accessible in the stadium, and we're giving the stadium a sun canopy shade. In between these two, we should be able to fulfill the cricketing infrastructure requirement. Barring that, we're planning only a simplicity clubhouse here, nothing beyond that. I think with that, everything is done at the present venue, and whatever has to be done at a new venue is completely different.
Is there a time frame for this, sir? Like in terms of updating the stadium infrastructure?
So accessibility is something that's already in the works. Canopy is something that should be done sooner than later. So I think within the next 6 months you should see the 2 completed.
How much of a relief would it be to have a working secretary now? Either way, I mean, whoever wins, respect.
That's each one. See, every person who's holding posts, it's their own personal decision on how much they want to involve themselves into something. I really can't say much about it.